morning coffee. It is 5:32 a.m. It's January 18th, 2021. Sorry, I've emptied the dishwasher. I've cleaned the toilet. I've cleaned the tub. I've cleaned the bathroom sink. I emptied the trash in the bathroom. I know there's more to do. I haven't vacuumed yet, but it's 5:30 a.m. That would be kind of rude for me to do to my neighbors in this apartment complex. I need a second. I started too early, but I thought I was ready. Hi, Fremont Lee here. Views and opinions expressed in this video are those of the person saying it. That's me, Fremont Lee. Hi, how are you? Hope all is well with you. As I said, this is January 18th, 2021. I'm looking at the corner in the on my screen as the, because even though I've said it's the 18th, it's like, I have to do towels later, which means I have to go to the laundromat because somebody screwed up the washer and or dryer here. We have two. There's two on this floor. There's two on the floor upstairs. I don't know what they did. Put in a big fucking rug. I don't know. Excuse me. But it wouldn't. There's stuff in the washer, and I'm not cleaning it out. It's not my job. And somebody being wise, I'm gonna take this. They took. Sorry. In the apartment complex, there are several buildings, which means there are several not dishwasher, washing machines and dryers for clothes. And there's like, as I said, there's two in this side of the building. There's two on the other side of the building. So there's two in other buildings as well in this complex. So when the company who services the machines can tell which one needs to be repaired when they get the call, okay, that little sticker identifying what machine it is, like ABC 145, that's just a thing. They would be able to, okay, I know what building that's in. I know where that is. Okay, but somebody took those stickers off. I don't know if they were like, oh, what's he doing? Or if they were like, oh, I don't know. Could have been either. But hey, whatever. I had my Cavonis yesterday. Yay! I might get some today, depending on how it goes. I do mark these videos as not for children. I'm not sure I've said anything. I may have, most of them. But I do that as a preventive so kids don't go, he said fuck. Yes, he did, children. You know, it's like, whatever. This is January 18th. Birthdays for January 17th. Happy belated birthday wishes going out to Betty White, age 99. James Earl Jones, 90. Susanna Hoffs, the Bengals. Jim Carrey. Joshua Malina, he was on Sports Night, and I think he was on Sliders, an episode or so of Sliders. Starvey, Kid Rock. Zoe Deschanel, Freddie Rodriguez, Maury Povich, Kelly Marie Tran, Naveen Andrews. I could be mispronouncing that. I apologize. Todd Sussman, Amy Sherman Paladano. My own handwriting. She writes the wonderful Miss Maisel, or the whatever Miss Maisel on whatever show that is. Producer Jendi Tartakovsky. I'm fairly certain I mispronounced his name, and I apologize. Samurai Jack, 2001 to 2017. Writer Brian Helgeland, or Helgeland, Helgeland. I didn't write down what he writes. My apologies. Steve Earle, Ann Wolfe, Michelle Obama, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and to the late Eartha Kitt, Andy Kaufman, who Jim Carrey played in Man on the Moon. He was on Taxi. And yes, thank you very much. Latka. Yeah. He didn't have a name until Taxi. It was just Foreign Man. Andy Kaufman relayed a story. How true it was, I don't know. He was on The Tonight Show. I forget who was hosting at the time. It was supposed to be Johnny Carson, but there may have been a guest host, Steve Martin, I think. But he was asked how he came up with Foreign Man, and his response was, well, I was walking down the street and a bugger came out and was like, give me all your money. I have no money. I'm new in country. And he said the mugger felt sorry for him. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. You all right? Here, you need some money here." As I said, if it was true, awesome. But knowing Andy Kaufman, who knows? Nancy Parsons, who was Ballbricker in Porky's, 1981, Porky's 2, Porky's Revenge, which was Porky's 3, unless Porky's 2 was Porky's Revenge. I don't know. She was also in the movie Steel Magnolias, 1989, with Dolly Parton. Other people. Muhammad Ali, Sherry Lewis, with Sherry Lewis and Lamb Chop, and Al Capone, or Al Capone, depending on how it's Pone, so Capone. Those birthdays for the 16th, which I already did. But yeah, I mark these videos as not for children because I don't know if I'm going to say something that might be like, he said that. Well, hey, that's how you were born. Why did I turn into Jackie Mason? Anyway, I have not typed a damn thing in the last 2 days. I even wrote myself a note. Hey, fucker, write some. Don't get onto you. Don't get on to Facebook. Excuse me, and play Plants with Animals. Just type. I got onto Facebook and started playing Plants vs. Zombies. I think I said Plants vs. Animals, which was Plants vs. Zombies. So. Okay. What can I say? Have you seen this person? That was a scene in Deadpool. He was looking for Francis. Okay. January 18th birthdays. Kevin Costner, Dave Bautista, Allison Arngrim. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. Allison. It didn't. No. She was on Little House on the Prairie. She was I don't want to say the enemy of Michael Landon, the girl, but she was like, she played an upper crust. You figure in the time, it's supposed to be like the Old West, turn of the century type thing. Working off the land, farming people in the town, and whatever. But she was more an upper crust portion of, or at least that's how she played it. Mark Colley, name might not sound familiar, but he played Hatch or Hotch in Fire Down Below, the Steven Seagal movie. People don't want you around here. Can't get there. Pretty plain English. In 2004, he was in the movie The Punisher, where he plays the guitar to the guy being the Punisher. Like, I wrote that song for you, because he was also in Wild. No, he was on the show Nashville, 2015 to 2016. Jason Segel, who was on the show How I Met Your Mother. MC Gainey, he played in the movie The Dukes of Hazzard. He was supposed to be Sheriff Roscoe Quixote. He was in the movie Club Dread, 2004, Wild Hogs, 2007, and Con Air, where he played the character named Swamp Thing. I believe he was the pilot of the plane. That was 1997. I say that he played a character named Swamp Thing because Dick Durock, the late Dick Durock's birthday is also today, and he played Swamp Thing in the movie Swamp Thing, in The Return of the Swamp Thing. He was in other stuff too, but I'll get to that in a minute. Mark Rylance, he played Mr. Dawson in Dunkirk, 2017, and he was BFG in The BFG, 2016. Paul Freeman, who played Belloc in Raiders of the Lost Ark, 1981, which apparently the full title is Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Excuse me. And he was Reverend Philip Shooter in Hot Fuzz, 2007. I say that because Tim Barlow, who played Mr. Treacher in Hot Fuzz in 2007, his birthday is also today. Tim Barlow, of course, was also in Les Miserables. I'm not sure which version. I didn't write that down. I saw it though, and I was like, oh, cool. Jesse L. Martin, Basil Hoffman. He was in some Carl Reiner movies. My Favorite Year. He's usually playing an attorney, an accountant type looking guy, because that's kind of what he looks like. He's from the U.S. He's American, so it's. I think he said he was born in 1938. I could be wrong on that because I did check a few other names and birthdays, so I don't. If that was not the year he was born, I apologize. It's just I didn't write down any of the things, any of the other things. I didn't write down anything he was in because Basil Hoffman. You've seen actors, and it's like, oh, I saw that guy. He was in that one movie that we watched the other night. Yeah, he's in a lot of things. It's just you don't put a name to it because it's like, oh, he's a doctor in this. Oh, cool. That's another thing he played. I remember seeing him like in the Dr. Scrubs. In a movie, but it was anyway. Writer Crispian Mills. I could be pronouncing that. I'm not sure if it's pronounced Crispin or Crispian, but it's spelled Crispian. And comedian Dave Attell. He's also an actor, writer, I'm sure. I just don't know him as a comedian. This is out of the top 100 of 1,125. To the late Cary Grant. Yes, Cary Grant. No, that was Clark Gable. Anyway, Danny Kaye, Oliver Hardy, Helen Travolta, who played Lady in Paint Store in Saturday Night Fever, 1977. Her only film credit. And to the late Dick Durock, who played Swamp Thing in Swamp Thing, 1982, and The Return of Swamp Thing, which starred Heather Locklear, 1989, and the TV series Swamp Thing, 1990 to 1993. So this new version with Virginia Madsen, it's not a new swamp. It's a new Swamp Thing, and I think it's going pretty well, from my understanding. Dick Durock also played Bill Travis in the movie Stand By Me, 1986. Because in the movie Swamp Thing, and on the show, he's wearing that get up. You don't see his face, and I believe in Stand By Me, he doesn't have the whole thing on his face. I don't know if I said for the 17th, but that was out of the top 100 of 1,275. Eartha Kitt, Andy Kaufman. And if Andy Kaufman did fake his death, there was a whole thing. It was because he was such a comedian where he would do like these long con jokes where it would be like, are you serious? Was it? It was what? I don't know. And then come to find out, big punchline. And then he had cancer, and people are like, "Oh, this cancer thing, hey, it's real." It's which people weren't sure he was being serious. That'd be kind of a sick thing to joke about as well. It's something like that you don't joke about. This is the note I wrote myself. Listen up, asshole. Don't sign into Facebook. Finish typing up your book. For the love of all that is holy, finish typing it up. I'm going to. As soon as I get done with this little video, I'm going to drink some more coffee and try and wake up a little bit more. Because as I said, it was 5:30, 5:40. And by cleaning the tub and toilet, I sprayed the toilet down with Lysol, put in a new disc into the back of the thing. I had poured before I did that. I dumped Drano down the sink or down the tub to help unclog all the hair. I don't have a lot of hair, but I have a lot of hair. Right. So when I shower, it's anyway. I did that. Then I put the thing in the back of the toilet. I sprayed the sink in the bathroom down with all I'm coming off this is Parmesan, and that's wrong. Peroxide, hydrogen peroxide. If you read anything, there are things on that hospital uses hydrogen peroxide to clean things instead of bleach, so they don't get that big stench of bleach, which ends up smelling like a swimming pool with chlorine. You met my daughter, chlorine? What? Sorry. I just hope I don't see any kids coming out in 7. Shit. It would have been earlier this year, because as far back as, although we weren't really locked down on lockdown, so there are some people that have been like, and then it's like we're still going. Fucking almost a year later, people still wearing their mask like this. I'm wearing my mask. Look at me. No, it's supposed to be up over the nose. What? I put cinnamon in my coffee cup thinking it would give the coffee a little flavor other than coffee. I don't like the taste of coffee, which is weird because I like coffee. Mm. I like cream in my coffee. What is with you and those accents anyway? It just happens. Um, okay, 20 minutes. As I've said on many occasions, I am still waiting on the picture, the drawing, which, but I have this much to type. It is, and as I also mentioned, I have towels to wash. So they don't open until 7. It's going on 6 a.m. right now. This is Martin Luther King Jr.'s uh, day, even though his birthday was the 15th, I believe. Give me a second. Yeah, because on here I have the 16th, and the other one is under a bunch of facial tissue that's been used. There's Aaliyah, Ethel Merman, Kelly Nakahara, the late. So it was like that was in the trash. So yeah. Man, we we were robbed of her talent, but I don't know if it was. It's just sorry. I'm refolding this. It's I don't want to say paper towel. It's like a paper towel. It's using it as a coaster. So when it's like, and then I bump the table, and the coffee goes. My brother did that this morning because I changed that out like 2 days ago, and it's like it was fun yesterday. Mm. Well, I do hope you're having a good day, a good afternoon, evening, whatever it happens to be when you happen to be watching this. I hope all is going well. I do thank you for watching. Stay warm, stay hydrated, be kind to each other, please. That's please. I'm trying. I really need this to fucking sell something. I need to win the lotto so I don't have to go to work because I mean with the thing that's going on now with all this stuff, I doubt I would be able to get a job anywhere else right now if I quit. Because the lady that is my supervisor on a couple of days when I'm there and she's there, because 5 days a week out of the 7, her days off are like when I'm working, and then my days off probably a couple when she's working. So it's like and we cross over a couple of days where we're working at the same time. Um, I don't mind working aisles 7 and 8. 7 is juice, 8 is candy, peanuts, water. I'm just tired of her coming and go, why are you doing that? I'm just not done. It's a lot of up and down, you know. Stuff on this cart is over here, stuff, and over there, and places in the middle. So I'm spotting stuff as I work some, and then then I move that cart and I do the next. I am not as fast as Amy. Amy, she will zip through a skid, spotting it, move the skid out of the way, bring in the next skid, spot that. Whatever doesn't go, she just whatever somewhere else moves it all out of the way, and gets to it and she's done. I'm like, 20 minutes? How'd you do that in 20? I'm kidding. She doesn't do it in 20 minutes, but it seems like it. Although she is younger than I am, so I don't know if that's something, but one of the things is which I don't get. There are other people in other aisles, duh, um, and I'll hear, they'll be off to the side going, okay, there, oh yeah, da, 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 oh, and I'm like, how the fuck are they getting their shit done? Now they're not getting their little chat with the fucking supervisor going, how come you not getting you done? And they get their shit done. Although on the candy aisle, I don't know if you've ever tried standing up a candy bag. It's supposed to be a stand-up bag, so you got to like fucking jostle the thing a little bit, right? Okay. But you figure Saturday, I conditioned as I was after the Mio and Kool-Aid section with the powder and the liquid and whatever. Ooh, okay. Tune in Tokyo. What? What? No. After I did that section, I conditioned it up, made everything look nice. Moved on to the next section, M&Ms. It's like, okay, did what I could. I got up on the steps for the flat top, looked on the top shelf. I'm like, okay. Tried bringing some of that stuff that's all the way to the back forward a little bit. And I really don't know what the fuck it is with people. Candy on it. Candy. Chocolate, mostly. Gummy bears, gummy worms. Who puts cans of fruit and vegetables? Not, not, it's like you got like a fucking, like 5 stacks of candy, and in the back behind everything is the can of vegetables and fruit. Who the fuck does that? Really? Who? I'm stupid. Who does that? Knock it off, please. Be kind to each other. I just don't get it. I don't. And just because it is candy, it does not go in the candy aisle. Some of that is check lane candy and or holiday candy. It is January, so you figure Valentine's Day is coming up, so you've got the candy hearts. Christmas was last month, so you figure all the Christmas tree candy, that stuff goes in the holiday section with that candy. And instead of doing what I want to do with it, I just want to check it down the fucking aisle. Get the fuck out of here. But I don't. I walk it from where it is to the end of my aisle, and I set it so somebody walking around with the shopping cart later going, I thought that don't belong. Oh, look, that don't belong. I don't know who does that. I'm not making fun of anyone who may have an actual thing. It's because you figure I don't know what's it there behind stuff on the shelf, and I don't know who it is who takes those little tags off, throws that behind stuff, and then steals the shirt. Because you figure the hanger, the tags are all there on a shelf, but there's no pants, there's no clothing, it's still there. One day in my shamrock, which is the thing for the cardboard, when I get done with the package, I put it into the container. I had emptied my container, went back out, put the thing back there, did up a box or something, and I had a customer. Is it too late to get alcohol? No, I just need, if it's not open, I can find someone with a key. Okay. No, it is open. And they go in, get their stuff, come out. I Oh, someone else. Okay. They come out, put it back, get back to my shamrock, and there's the Nike or Adidas little flip flop sandals, whatever the fuck you want to call them, broken. You can tell that they've been worn in the bottom of my shamrock underneath some cardboard. Because I did up a couple of boxes and that. So in the time I was gone, somebody put their used stuff there, which means they walked out with them on. The place I work is not Walmart. You'd expect something like that in Walmart. Yes, it happens in stores all across the country. I don't know about world because you figure other countries they find you steal something, they'll kill you. It's like you steal from me, I kill you. Whatever accent that's supposed to be, supposed to be a generic. Hey, I'll kill you, whatever. Or like Andy Kaufman's little story about being mugged. Hey man, you all right? You need here, you need some cash. Yeah. I just don't get it. I really don't. A friend of mine posted on Facebook that a few years back she had judged people who are getting who use food stamps, and they have like a phone, they're doing stuff on the phone, and they got new shoes, but they're using food stamps, which you don't use to mail a watermelon or food. It's to get food from the store. Uh, it's called it's called something else now, but it's still technically food stamps. It's sometimes a debit card looking thing. But she recently had surgery on a knee, so she was out of work. So she had to apply for assistance because she wasn't working. And she was given the thing, which ended up being more than she needed, but it was one of those. And she had a moment where it was like, she's like checking her list on her phone, and she said she got more than she needed, more food than she needed, which, because with the food stamps, she was getting what she needed, which ended up being more than she needed. And she kind of realized, I'm using food stamps to get food. I'm checking my list on my phone. Granted, the phone is, I think she said, 4 generations old. So you figure whatever the new one is, she's had one for, which is understandable. You get one you like. Hey, I like this. No, I don't want to have to transfer everything over. Whatever. But and she was looking at it and she realized that she had judged people for that. And how, and she didn't know the circumstances that they were going through, and she realized she didn't know that. So it's like, and she felt that moment where it's like, I judged people for that, and I didn't know their circumstances. Me, I don't get the thing, it's like, oh, and they put it behind. But I mean, the stealing of the, I don't know. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you have a moment of clarity for something. I still want to do that cartwheel, backflip, something or other. I want to do a video where I have to do it on my phone because I can't do it here. Where I do something and it's like big thing. I state, hey, this, that, the other, and blah blah blah. I do the thing, come back doing a different thing, land, and then people, I say, hey, and then people buy my book. Maybe they share the video. I don't know. I'm hoping to finish this one because the longer I sit here going, da, da, ba, da, da, the longer it's going to take me to do this book. So thank you for watching. My niece, my nephew, the brawny guy, my family way long ago, my mother's husband, my mother, sisters, brothers. One of these is me. I can't tell from this particular thing. That's my brother, my oldest brother, I think. Nope. My oldest brother's youngest son, and I'm not sure because on this one, sure of him in school and who it is way back when, and he's graduated. I believe he was in the service. I could be wrong on that. I'm not sure. What have I done with my life? You want fries with that? I'm complaining about people putting groceries behind other stuff on the shelf because they're stupid. Not these. These aren't stupid. The people doing the they're stupid. I don't know. Thanks again for watching. I'm sorry if I brought you down. I tried to, hey, whoopity. Dun, 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 dun. And that's usually what happens. Good thing I didn't have three of them. I probably would have broke my brother's little radio. He has a radio down here so he can listen to music when he's on the computer going, because that's what I do when I'm playing on the computer. Have a good one.